and as you can see, I have no eyebrows. That means we must be doing a makeup look for day 7 of Vlogmas. I can't believe we are on day 7 and we only have 5 more days of Vlogmas left. But today will be fun because I'm sharing with you one of my favorite holiday stories, the story of the Snow Queen, as we turn ourselves into the Snow Queen. This one is going to be fun. Before we get started off with our story time, you guys know the drill. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care, because we are on the road to what? 1K. Okay, let's get started. So in this one, I'm not really going to be telling you how I'm going to be doing my makeup. You're going to just want to watch me do my makeup while I tell you the story of the Snow Queen. All the products are going to be in the description as they usually are. And if you guys have any questions about maybe like the facial pieces I made or anything like that, I can make a video on that for you. Just let me know in the comments. So there are many different versions of the Snow Queen. I grew up with so many different versions. Even Disney has a version, i.e. Frozen is a version of the Snow Queen that's nothing like the Snow Queen at all. The Snow Queen has a lot of different versions, but there's a version that I grew up with, and it's based off the 1995 Snow Queen movie. So that's the story I'm going to be telling you. I will have a link to the original Snow Queen story in the description box so that you guys can check it out and learn about Snow Queen for yourself. But I'm going to be telling my favorite version of the story. So my favorite version of the Snow Queen starts off with this little boy named Tom, who's probably about 12, and his sister Ellie, who looks about maybe 11. I don't know. They're very young. Maybe Tom's 13 and Ellie's 12, but they're young. And their younger sister Polly, who's definitely like 5 or 6. And they're at their grandmother's house in Denmark, and their grandmother is reading them a story of the Snow Queen. And she always stops right before it gets to the good part, which kind of annoys the little bird Peeps, which if you haven't seen this movie and you've seen the show House, you know who Hugh Laurie is. Well, Peeps is played by Hugh Laurie, and he sings in the movie. So seriously, you guys gotta check this movie out. So Ellie's grandmother is reading the story to her younger sister. They all just are getting ready for bed, and then she stops at the good part. So they go get ready for bed. Tom goes out to get some more firewood for tomorrow, and while he's out getting more firewood, he has a little accident. Before I can tell you about the accident, I have to tell you about what was happening at the same time Ellie's grandmother was reading the story. So the Snow Queen was trying to set up her mirror. The Snow Queen's mirror allows her to put evil in people's hearts, so she can use the mirror's magic to shine evil onto the world. And that's basically master plan. Like in the original story, they're taking the mirror up to heaven to shine evil into heaven and destroy the heavens and the earth, and the mirror comes from the devil, which i.e. are the trolls, but that's not how this version is. So she's trying to shine down evil onto the earth. In the midst of doing that, her clumsy trolls didn't make sure the mirror was completely locked in, so they frickin' broke the mirror. And the mirror broke into thousands of pieces. So she gets furious, she sends her bats to go get all the pieces, and she realized they didn't get all the pieces. Well, that's because of Tom's accident. Tom has an accident where while he's outside getting firewood, he gets pierced in the eye and in the heart with the Snow Queen's evil magic mirror pieces. He doesn't know what's happening, but slowly he is gaining the Snow Queen's evil because the evil of the mirror is inside of him now. So the next morning, him and his sister Ellie are outside playing, and they want to go sledding, and Tom's kind of being a douchebag, and Ellie's like, what the heck is wrong with you, Tom? And he's just being such a jerk. So Tom's being a douchebag, and Ellie goes, okay, Tom, what's going on here? He's like, well, I want to go faster. So they were going to hitch to the back of a sleigh. Well, it turns out the sleigh that Tom hitched to the back of was the Snow Queen sled, and Ellie got pushed off. So Tom gets dragged away by the Snow Queen, and Ellie's like, what the heck just happened? So she's like, okay, I don't know where my brother is, but she assumes now that either he went with the Snow Queen all the way to her palace, or he got just knocked off along the way. So she has to go look for him. So she finds Peeps, the little cute bird who was watching outside of her window. I call him her little guardian angel. and Peeps and Ellie go look for Tom. So they go searching for a while for Tom and they can't find him, and eventually Ellie's like, it's getting dark, we need somewhere to sleep. So they find a cute little cottage in the woods. Now we all know, sis, don't go to that cottage in the woods, but she went to the cottage in the woods and she asked the lady all nice, can I stay here? It's cold, it's getting late. And of course the lady's like, yeah, sure, come in, here. Okay, so she said red flag number 1 was the lady said there was only 1 bedroom upstairs. So where do you sleep, sis? And red flag number 2, this cat, her cat kept trying to eat Peeps the bird, and the lady was doing nothing about it. She was like, yo, hello, your cat keeps eating my bird, make him stop. And she was like, oh, it's just the cat. No, sis, it's not just the cat, stop it, stop it. So that's happening. So clearly Ellie's still being super trustful of this lady. She's like, okay, I could stay here, whatever. So she starts to head to bed. The cat tries to catch Peeps, and you know, the lady gets mad. She traps Peeps under like a little cup or whatever. And so Peeps is now trapped. Ellie hears him screaming, you know, for help, help, Ellie, help. And she's like, what is happening? So she goes downstairs and she finds this lady, and the lady tricks her into a cage because she's trying to trap her, because she needs Ellie's heart for a heart elixir, like a life elixir. So, you know, kind of like hocus pocus, so she could live forever. Okay. So she grabs Ellie and she traps her into a cage, and while the lady is distractedly yelling at her cat to stop trying to eat between meals, like the dumbest argument to have with your cat, she's having this argument with her cat, and Ellie escapes and runs away, and she locks the lady in the basement. And after that, they're like, forget it, we will just keep walking all night, like we do not need sleep. But of course eventually they just, you know, find a place in the snow, they take a quick nap. So now they're in the woods and they're walking, and all of a sudden they hear this disgusting humming, and they were like, who is humming, sis? You cannot sing. Obviously Ellie goes to check it out, and then she gets frightened by a giant humanoid looking bird. They meet the bird. Ellie like talks to the bird and explains like, hi, I'm so sorry, I can't find my brother and I've been looking for him. Have you seen my brother Tom? And of course Ivy, the other bird who was doing the bad singing, is like, oh my god, I know where your brother is. He's that guy that just showed up at the palace one day. He's the new prince now, and he's gonna marry the princess. Granted, the prince and princess, like, they're like kids, they're small children, so they're just betrothed right now. They're just best friends that chill and hang out with each other, I think. So she goes, okay, cool, how do I get in there so I can see if this is my brother? And they're like, okay, cool, we'll just make you a maid. We'll make you a maid. Do you know how to do basic maid stuff? And she's like, yeah, I can do this, I got this. And she goes in and she gets to meet the princess, and she brings the princess her lunch. And when she meets the princess, lo and behold, the prince that the princess is supposed to marry is not her brother. No. So she's frustrated at this point because she's just like, where is Tom? Where is my brother? Like, I don't understand why I can't find him. She goes and she's like, okay, well, I just don't know what to do at this point. So the prince and the princess decide to help her out. They have this weird contraption, and it's called a royal runaround. And so essentially the royal runaround is like a sled that's able to go on like all terrains, and it kind of makes fun noises. Snow Queen's palace is at the North Pole. It's very far away. So we're just gonna give you like some way to get there, sis. Like, we got you. So she's like, okay, cool. I mean, at least something came of this. Like, it may not be what I wanted, but it is something. So while Ellie was meeting the princess and getting the royal runaround, Tom encountered the trolls for the first time. This is all happening at the same time. So he's encountering the trolls, and the trolls, he's yelling at them because they won't shut up. Like, they're talking so loud, and he's trying to concentrate on building this mirror. And he's like, could you guys just please, like, shut up so I can concentrate? Because he offered to rebuild the Snow Queen's mirror for her, and the troll's trying to warn him. He's like, yo, bro, I wouldn't try to rebuild that mirror because she's going to kill you for the last 2 pieces. And he's like, pause. She did not say nothing about killing me. So then, you know, he goes to her and he says, yo, this dude said that you were gonna kill me. She kisses him. Now the Snow Queen has icy kisses. So now he's freezing to death and he doesn't realize it. If her icy kiss reaches his heart, he's gonna die. So now Ellie and Peeps, they're still on the road. They're in the royal runaround. They get kidnapped by these robbers that are humanoid wolves, because that just makes sense. So these wolves like capture them. Ellie is kept as prisoner for the robber king, who's a wolf, his daughter, Angora, she wants to keep Ellie as a scholarly maid because she doesn't understand why she's royalty with no servants. And so she's got a problem with that. She's like, Daddy, I got no servants and I am royalty. I want a scholarly maid. He changes his mind that he doesn't want to keep her anymore. He's like, no, we just kill her. Why are we keeping her? Like, this is stupid. I have Ellie locked up in this little room, and in the room she encounters a little reindeer, and his name is Dimly. Dimly was also captured by the robbers because hello, he's a flying reindeer. He's worth some money. They soon become fast friends. So Ellie comes up with a plan and she gets her, Dimly, and Peeps out of there. And then she's like, well, where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from Lapland, where Frida teaches the reindeer how to fly. If you ever wonder how Santa's reindeers know how to fly, this story explains it. Frida is the one that teaches the reindeers how to fly. It's like, I don't know where the Snow Queen's palace is, but Frida knows everything. Frida will know. So they get to Lapland, where Frida is. Frida essentially like gives her the rundown. She's like, okay, so your brother's been kidnapped, which means that I've got to use this elixir that I'm gonna make, and just in case his heart is frozen, because of course this crazy lady's then tried to freeze his heart like Frida knows. Dimly, you're gonna drive us to the North Pole. So they get on Dimly and they get to the North Pole. When they get to the North Pole, Frida immediately notices the pieces of mirror inside Tom, and she's like, oh god, okay. So she's like, Ellie, he has to drink this, he's going to die. And Tom's almost done it with the mirror at this point. And so she's like, yo, Ellie, like, we need to get your brother to drink this like now. So the queen starts attacking them, and she starts taking her wand and using her magic to like blast the vial of potion away from Tom, and Ellie's like screaming, trying to get her brother to drink this potion. So by this point, the trolls are over the queen's BS, and so they jump in to help Ellie fight the Snow Queen. So you have Frida and the trolls fighting the Snow Queen, and the Snow Queen ends up freezing Frida and the trolls. Ellie thinks all is hopeless. She's freaking out. She just wants her brother back. She misses her brother. She doesn't want him to die. So they're fighting, and then in the midst of them fighting, the potion falls on top of the mirror and devolves the mirror and creates a giant cyclone that kind of takes the Snow Queen and takes her away. And then they're like, the Snow Queen's gone! The Snow Queen's gone! And Frida's like, ha ha ha! Come on now, it's never that easy. She'll be back, but let's get the heck out of here before she finds her way back to us. So like Frida warned, it's time to GTFO, like it's time to get out. So the trolls are like, yo, 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 yo. When this chick comes back after us helping you, she gonna really hurt us. She gonna hurt us. So, can we come with y'all? And Frida's like, I guess. But she's like, Dimly is one reindeer. He cannot carry all of us. So she tells Dimly, she's like, okay, Dimly, take Tom and Ellie home first with Peeps, and then come get the rest of us. So Tom and Ellie say bye to everybody. They thank Frida. So Tom, Peeps, and Ellie, they all get home safely. They get home just in time for their grandmother to be telling the last part of the Snow Queen, the original story. Peeps is happy because he finally gets to hear the end of the story instead of their grandmother always ending on a cliffhanger. Dimly goes back to the North Pole to go get everyone else, and the story ends. So that is my favorite version of The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen, the same writer who wrote The Little Mermaid, another movie that we all love. Maybe I will do a Little Mermaid inspired look and tell that actual story instead of the Disney version. Have you ever seen The Snow Queen before, or actually heard this tale before? Have you heard differences in the tales? If you have, definitely let me know the differences that you've heard. Or if you've never or have heard the Snow Queen before. Well, this look turned out pretty darn great. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss all of Vlogmas. Stay tuned tomorrow on day 8 of Vlogmas. We are building a gingerbread house and talking about our favorite holiday TV specials to watch. So you definitely don't want to miss that one. Don't forget to check out the Your Nerdy Girlfriend podcast and check us out on TikTok and on Instagram. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday and keeping warm and staying safe and COVID free. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!